Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Right, let's get right to work on, well, this thingy over here, which is not quite finished yet. We'll have to do that real quick, and then I think today I want to start with at least a few outlines, or at least starting to think about our landing craft. And also, I apologize if you hear my fan in the background, but it's unbearable at the moment. It's been crazy since a few weeks. No, not a few weeks, a few days, sorry. Since about a week. It's been 30 plus degrees every day, pretty much. Celsius, that is, not Fahrenheit. I think 30 degrees Fahrenheit is actually quite cold, isn't it? Also, interestingly enough, I do not get welding sounds. That's curious. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's been like 30 plus degrees every day. And my goodness. Now today, the weather forecast said there would be storms and rainfall, which I'm kind of hoping for that, because not only is it good to cool down, it's good for nature, I would say. But I love thunderstorms and rain and stuff like that, so I'm gonna be looking out the window tonight, most likely. Anyway, so right, let me think. The first thing we'll have to do with our landing craft, we kind of have to, think about how much energy we'll need. I mean, most likely it's gonna be at least partially, if not fully, hydrogen driven. I might put some ion thrusters in just to help, but there are, I mean, hydrogen thrusters is just what you need for atmospheric flight. That's just how it is. Or no, not atmospheric, hydrogen thrusters, because these would make the most sense. They're the most powerful. They work in space and in normal conditions, so I would say that would be most elegant to use. Components successfully withdrawn? Really? Oh yeah, apparently so. And then what we have to... The main issue that you most likely face when constructing a ship, especially a planetary one, is you need to have enough tanks to have enough energy to brace for the landing and then also get off the planet again, if that makes sense. And obviously I'll put a generator on board as well, because that makes sense, because then when we find ice on the planet itself, we can just refill our hydrogen tanks. And also, if you still have ice in like containers and such, that means you basically now have a bit extra hydrogen supply. Well, as long as you can produce it fast enough, that is, at least. But yeah, that's kind of the goal of today, I guess, to start thinking about all the different systems we'll have to have on board. And I think I'm gonna try to make it rather big than small, I guess. Something is telling me I'm missing a lot of bulletproof glass. Could that be true? Somehow it feels like it. Maybe we need to make some. Let me check real quick. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's make some bulletproof glass then. But yeah, that's gonna be vital to the construction of that thing, to be absolutely certain of all the necessary components we need, that they can fit all in, that we have enough hydrogen, oxygen. I'm not quite sure this planet. I think this is the Mars-like, which I'm pretty sure doesn't have a breathable atmosphere. So being able to get oxygen off of this craft might be necessary. Also, since I kind of want to have at least a little base on the Mars planet, we need to be able to get at least some components with us. You know, some important components to build with. So we'll have to have room for that as well. Lots of things we'll need to have room for. And yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, I'm full with components apparently that I don't need. Weird. Yeah, I cannot withdraw all the bulletproof glass. I can see that. That's a problem. Also, I'm like withdrawing a ton of weird stuff that I don't seem to need for the most part. But also it's already producing new bulletproof glass, so we can slowly but surely start to finish these off. There we go. And then we'll have to hook it up to our automatic alignment thing, and then we're good, I think. At least for now. We'll have to kind of note, now is actually the time when we are pretty much out of natural solar energy. So I'm gonna have to go real quick and check my batteries. What kind of state we're at? We're at 100%, about 80%, and 75%. Okay, just easy to keep in mind. So once we go through the night, once we come out at the other side, essentially, we'll have to think about the percentages again, and I'll have to figure out if we have enough energy to get through the night, charge the next day, you know, that kind of stuff. I'll have to think about that. It's still getting... Oh god, now we have large steel tube problem as well. Jeez. Yeah, let's make some of them then. Let's make some of them. In the meanwhile, why not get all these things for the hinges and such, and get these drawn out of the our cargo system here. Well, this one needs large tubes as well, so bad luck. And so does this act. Well, I think this we didn't have on our list yet. Oh no! It's so much easier now with this. It's the recharge is so much faster. Oh man. Should have had that on the out in the open on the last station as well. It's so much better. Okay. That's done. That's almost done. Apparently we need some more big no, not big plates, big tubes. I think they're producing right now, most likely, but just slowly. Something is not right yet. Oh yeah, you are not right. Boom. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we just have to do the solar rotors group. We'll have to adjust that. First of all, oh god, can we only get... Wow. I'm just gonna make this a little easier for me by undocking this bad boy. Where do we have it? Unlock. There we go. Now we should be able to get that solar script a little bit better. Solar rotors, so the next hinge, the next rotor, and then all these oxygen farms gonna be added. They're all nice and green. Very cool. Then the solar panels. One of them is moving around like crazy, probably realizing that it's night mode now, so you don't have to. Right, I think that's good. Boom, save. So this one should do things as well now. Well, we'll see, I think. How do you have sun, my man? Unbelievable. I'm not sure how they do that. Okay. But this one is in night mode, not moving anyway. I think this one over here might be as well. No, he's getting full power. That's weird. Also, why are you red? That's strange. I know yellow, but red? Strange. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so now to build our craft, I kind of need a little bit of space. I need a little bit of space to work on. So I'd say, actually, I'm just gonna drill that peak here away, so we have a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Very good. So I'm just gonna fill out a hole here with steel plates, just to have a nice little area to work on, essentially. If that's even big enough, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to make it bigger, but that's good for the start. I was kind of playing with the thought that I want to have like some moving thrusters, because there's a lot of like in sci-fi, there's a lot of like landing ships, troop transports that have these like the thrusters that they can move in direction. You know, when they're about to land, they move them basically to the bottom of the ship for downward thrust, and then when they fly away, they move them so it's going backwards, so they have more forward thrust, so to speak. And it would be cool. I'd like to try that. I'm just not sure how effective that is, honestly, but would be kind of cool, I suppose. We'll see. We'll see how we can do that, if we can do that. I'm sure it's doable. The question is how it will react with all the piston, or not piston, but like the rotor slash hinge parts, you know? That's the question, but we'll see. Maybe we'll just have like a set of thrusters at the back that we can sway from backwards pointing for space flight, so we can get up to top speed easily. And then, because if we're going to a planet, we're not gonna go nose first. That's a dumb idea to do. So then we would change it into downwards thrust, essentially. But yeah, that's the plan. We'll see if we can do it this way, or if it makes sense. But yeah, first let's do this work surface here, so we can have a little bit of free space where we can move around and do stuff. I'm not sure if it would be beneficial to have like, well, to be fair, to have like a gravity generator, but the gravity generator, I'm not sure if that's smart move right now, you know, to kind of simulate gravity, so to speak, so we can test it with the lift essentially. But then again, if we can move in space, that means we can also, you know, prevent gravity, you know, at least as long as we can move the ship in a direction, means we have enough thrust to counteract the gravity, right? Well, we'll see. Anyway, I wanted to be able to move firmly in several directions, so we'll probably go overkill anyway, but yeah. Okay, almost done here. Just a few layers to go. Also, I kind of want to put like a gun on it, even though it's probably not, you know, it's not that usable. How cool would it be if you would not be sure if you go to a planet like this, if there's like enemy defenses and stuff like that, so you would need a little bit of oomph, you know? How cool would that be? Lock you again. There you go. case. And that should do it. Very nice. So I think that should be good for the start here. And we'll obviously I'm also kind of debating if I should do it large ship or small ship. Technically, large ship would probably be more comfortable, but small ship is probably easier to build and less resource intensive. But then again, it's just from a design standpoint, it probably would be better to go large ship parts, I feel. But maybe that's just me. Small or large grid? I'm having to decide now. If we do a small grid, we'll just have to... The problem is with small grid is often I tend to then make things too small, and then, you know, with the conveyors it's awkward because you have large and small conveyors. If you do it large, you only have to basically deal with large conveyors, essentially. So somehow I have the feeling we're gonna go large. Might be a bit overkill, but we'll see. I think it's locked on, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so just for a very basic standpoint, let's just add a few blocks here after each other. There we go. So let me just think, what do we need on this ship? To at least make it work. Annoying. There we go. Good. So we need, well, let's just work with the inside of the ship. So we need hydrogen tanks, we need oxygen tanks. Oh, somehow I feel this thing is not... This thing is not working. Is it? Hinge is damaged. Oh! Is this hinge not completely done yet? No, it is. How about you? Huh. Okay, that was interesting. Interesting that the script told me that. But that still doesn't mean... That's so weird. Why is it not working correctly? So we have the advanced... We have the hinges... We have all the oxygen farms... Oh, the oxygen tank doesn't belong in there. Oopsie daisy. Oh, did we not put the solar panels in? Yeah, we did, right? The other solar panels here are the panels that are on the ship, I believe. I have to disconnect it again. Let's see. Unlock the bastard. Let's try it again. Solar rotors, hinge, oxygen farms. Yeah, solar panels. We have everything correctly done, right? Is it just not doing it? Or have we did we not weld something? No, I think we're correct here, right? Everything's welded. These two are... Well, at least this one is moving. This one is not moving now because it's all yellow. Also, the red one is now yellow over here. We'll have to see. Anyway, okay, so we have tanks. Oxygen, hydrogen tanks. We'll also need a generator, one of these. Then we need some cargo of sorts. We need gyros. We need... well, we need a seat, of course. What else do we need? Do we need a connector? I think it would be easy to have, or good to have a connector at least. So if we just go with these few basic things. Oh, and we also need some sort of energy source, obviously. Let's put the seed out because that is clear that we need a seed. So we could go reactor, we could also go battery, we could go hydrogen engine, but I feel then our hydrogen is gonna get too much burned up. The thing is, if we use hydrogen only thrusters, then it means that we'll not use as much energy or power because a lot of it is used by the hydrogen thrusters are using just the hydrogen and not energy to propel us. So perhaps we could get away with batteries only. The question is, should we put solar panels on it? And I think we should, just for the opportunity to charge our ship when it's on the ground and just resting. But, you know. So, let me just think. At the back, let's do our cargo at the back. The question is, do we want to do a large cargo container? It will make the ship a little bit bigger and uglier. And also potentially heavier, which is not good either, if you think about it. So perhaps we don't want necessarily a large cargo container, but just a series of small cargo containers, you know? I mean, what's the capacity of a small cargo container? Let's just see that. I think in the vault we can see that best. Vault. I have to go here. Here. Then we can see that in the vault. So a small one has 15,000 in capacity, while a large one has like 421,000. So if we do 6 cargo containers, we'll have about 90,000 tons or 90 tons of cargo. Is that right? 90 tons? Am I calculating this right? I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll do some cargo, right? So we'll have like cargo here, and then I think we'll also put like hydrogen, and then more hydrogen, hydrogen, and then more cargo containers like that. And then I think the hydrogen will stretch a bit further, just like so. Actually, now it's turned around, isn't it? I think it's fine. And then we'll also need some oxygen. Like this, right? This is like the basic back side with the cargo. Then we'll need one space to access it, kinda. At least to a certain degree. A gyroscope here. And then obviously again we'll need some spaces with batteries. I think we'll just put them around here, around the edges. Like so. Right, so we still have like access here and here to the whole cargo system for our for the conveyors to run through, essentially, to our thrusters. So let me grab this. Let me also grab this and get the hydrogen. We're not using industrial ones, we just use the normal ones. And then I also kind of want a hinge, just you know, to try things. So let's say we have some thrusters at the back here, like 2 at the back, like this. And then 1 to each side, like so. And then maybe 1 above. and one below as a standard configuration. I'm actually gonna... Well, for now I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna space it out a bit differently, but just so I can see the engine working. And then obviously we need some forward facing thrusters. We could try and do something like this. I don't know. And then, and here comes the hinges. We'll have some hinges here and here. So in space we can have thrusters going this direction, right? And then as soon as we go atmospheric, we can angle these down. Ooh, I just had an interesting idea, actually. We could do this, of course, in both directions. So that means in space we have an extremely good acceleration, deceleration speed. And on the ground we can just point 6 thrusters downwards and we can really break our fall. Well, 4 thrusters and then plus that one. That would be pretty good, I think, right? Now, there must be at least 1 forward thruster still remaining then. We could do this somewhere, maybe, I don't know, up here, you know. Get a conveyor and then just do something like this. Yeah. I think as a basic engine block, this might work. We'll obviously need space for the programmable block as well. That's gonna go here. And then we'll obviously need a seat. And I think this seat, I like this seat a lot for this. Like that. There's obviously gonna be a vent somewhere. And the beauty about that is that we don't have to do a lot of cabling or use conveyor blocks to really go around the ship, because it's all like focused in a single block. We might have to space it out a little bit more because of the hull that will go, that's gonna encase it, you know, like this thruster might go one out, this one might go like diagonally in this direction, the one on top and below might move 1 block up. But yeah, in general form, I really like this design. I can see that. And then we can also like put a like a connector right here, like below, right? I think we can actually just do that. Yes. Oh, we have actually a connector equipped here. There we go, like that. So we can load this, and obviously we also have like landing gears. We can put some here. Let's actually just gonna... I mean, I'm just gonna throw this on for now. So we can have some landing gear here. Some landing gear. Which direction do we put this? I think this, right? Yeah. Some landing gear here. And then some landing gear at the front as well. I mean, this is like... Yeah, it's not optimal right now, but... Again, this will move in, this will shift a bit around, but I do like this from a design standpoint, especially with the movable pivotal thrusts here. I just want to experiment with it and see if that works. Obviously, we'll have to do some test runs and find out if that is enough hydrogen to let the ship continue for, you know, let it operate for a while. If it's not, then we'll have to elongate this whole spiel here. And, you know, we can just elongate this by a few, like 1 set of hydrogen tanks at the back. I don't want to make it fatter or higher, so to speak. I don't want to make it too much, like, wider, because I don't want to have, like, super big wings. But generally speaking, I think this is, as a base module, this works. So if you have seen something that I forgot, let me know, because right now I'm thinking I got pretty much everything. I'm just trying to think what else would be on a ship that we have forgotten. I mean, weapons, yeah, of course we can put out like a gun down here. Or we could put like one on top somewhere or below somewhere in the conveyor system. Doesn't really matter at this point. That's just decoration then at the end. Some lights as well, of course. Yeah, something like that, right? I think, yeah, next time we're gonna flesh out this design with hull, with the hull, essentially. Or you know what? I have the feeling we should just weld this and then test drive it just to see how much energy this takes. If we fill this up with hydrogen, all 3 tanks, well, all 6 tanks that is, will it be enough for, you know, to operate it for, let's say, 20-30 minutes or something? Or maybe, I would say an hour operation time would be nice. No, actually, it only has to be like a 30 minutes, 20 minutes operation time, because if you accelerate to full speed in space, you can just shut everything up and glide, right? So it doesn't have to have a super high operation duration for space. It just needs to be able to descend to the planet in about 10 minutes, you know? 10 minutes is a way enough time to do that. So I think that would be the goal. I kind of have the feeling it's not enough tanks, but we'll see. Because hydrogen engines or hydrogen thrusters are hungry little bastards. But we'll see. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.